Faceless YouTube channels are exploding right now, where people are building real channels, real audiences, and real income without ever showing their face. But if you tried to start one today, you'd probably hit a wall pretty fast. Not because it's hard, but because the process gets confusing when you're just starting out, and you usually end up jumping between different tools, trying to combine everything together and nothing really feels connected. And even after all of that, the results are inconsistent, sometimes decent, sometimes not even close to what you have expected, and that's where most people get stuck. Now the truth is that when a faceless channel performs well, there's a clear reason behind it. The niche, the branding, the packaging, everything matters, and if you're a beginner, that can feel overwhelming and confusing really fast. That's why in this video, I'll show you the full process on how I build faceless YouTube channels step by step, so that by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to start a channel that's built to perform well. And we'll be using just one AI tool for the entire process. The tool that I'm talking about is called Genspark, which is an all-in-one AI workspace that handles everything in one place. So even if you have zero experience, you won't get overwhelmed, and you can focus on what actually matters the most. Now to start off, open Genspark, which I've linked in the description below, and an important thing to note is that it offers free credits to get started. So once you are in, as you can see, there are multiple useful features that can replace a lot of AI tools, and if you open the full agents list, you'll find even more additional features, which I'll get back to shortly. Now the first feature we're going to use is the Sheets feature, which will help us with one of the most important steps in the entire process, which is finding a high-performing niche, so watch closely. Now to start off, I'll enter a prompt asking the agent to create a full list of the top 20 faceless YouTube channel niches that are currently gaining traction. Next, I've included a short list of instructions it should follow. So for the best results, make sure to copy the entire prompt that I'm using right here. And once the prompt is fully set, click on the Generate button below, which will start the generation process. Now this process will take around a minute, because the agent is gathering the most relevant results. And as you can see, it's even using multiple tools to search for the best trending niches, which really shows how capable this feature really is. And once the entire process is done, as you can see, we've just created a full list of trending niches. And in the chat section, you can also see what's included in the spreadsheet. Now when we open the spreadsheet in full screen mode, you can see it's packed with useful niche data, like the niche name, niche description, and exactly why each niche is growing. Now you can also see the competition level, monetization methods, and at the end it even gives you example video ideas, which is super useful if you want inspiration. So now that you have a full list of popular niches, it's up to you to choose the one you like the most. And this step is easy because everything is explained clearly from start to finish. So now that you know how to find popular and trending niches, the next step is creating a perfectly branded channel. And this step is very important, so watch closely. To start off, open the full agents list, where you'll find the super agent, which is the feature that we'll be using. Now once you are in, start by telling it to create 5 unique channel name ideas for a faceless channel in your niche, and in my case, I've chosen the motivation and stoic philosophy niche since it's trending right now. So now that the prompt is ready, click on the Generate button below to start the generation process. And once the process is finished, as you can see, we've just created a list of 5 channel name ideas specifically made for our niche. So now that the names are ready, let's create the channel description. To do that, ask the agent to create a fully SEO optimized channel description for a faceless channel in your niche. Next, go through the name ideas that you have created, find the one you like the most, and paste it into the name section right here so the agent knows which name you've selected. Once that's done, copy the rest of the prompt I'm using and click on the Generate button below to start the process. And once the process is finished, as you can see, the agent has created a fully detailed channel description specifically made for our channel and is packed with optimized keywords. So now that the description is ready, we are still missing the channel logo, so let me show you how to create one. To do that, tell the agent to create a clean YouTube logo that fits your niche, which in my case is the motivation and stoic philosophy niche, and then specify that you want the logo to be timeless and professional. Once that's done, click on the Generate button below to start the generation process. As you can see, the agent will automatically use the image creation tool to generate your logo, and in my case, it's using the Nano Banana Pro model, which is solid. And once the process is finished, we have just generated a logo based on our channel and niche, and as you can see, it includes the channel name and matches the overall branding perfectly, which is exactly what we're aiming for. So now that the logo is ready, simply download it by clicking the download button right here, and once that's done, you can simply use everything that you have created so far to set up your YouTube channel. And with that done, you're finally ready for the next step, where I'll show you how to use Genspark to create a high-performing video script, since the script is one of the most important elements in the video creation process. To start off, we'll be using the AI chat, which is a fully customizable agent where you can use multiple models. If you open the models section right here, you'll find a lot of popular models that are pretty solid. You can even use a mixture of agents if you prefer, but in my case, I'll use the Claude model since it's fast and well optimized. Next, start by telling the agent to generate 5 viral video ideas for a channel in your niche, and specify that you want them to be based on topics that are currently performing well. As always, you can use the same prompt I'm using to get the best possible results. And once you run this prompt, as you can see, it will provide you with a list of 5 video ideas based on current trends. For each idea, you'll also get a short description explaining the overall story. Now with that done, let's create the actual script. To do that, in the same chat, start by telling it to create a high-retention, viral-style script for a video in your niche. Next, go through the ideas above. Find the one you like the most, and paste it into the idea section right here, so it knows which idea you've selected. Below that, you need to enter the script length. In my case, I'll set it to 3 minutes, but you can enter any length you prefer. Now that everything is set, click on the Generate button below to start the process. And once it's finished, you can see that we've created a full video script from start to finish. I'm confident in saying this agent is faster than many popular agents out there, but what makes this even better is that the agent also provides technical notes for the AI voiceover and visual cues you can use during editing, which is very useful. So now that the script is ready, let me show you how to use Genspark to create the visuals for the video. To do that, open the same agent that you have used before and tell it to create text-to-video prompts that visually cover the entire story you've created in this session. Now, if you want the best results, simply copy the entire prompt I'm using here. And once you run it, as you can see, the agent will generate a full list of text-to-video prompts that represent the entire script from start to finish. And it's impressive how well it maintains detail across each prompt, which really shows the power of this agent. At the end, it also provides a full visual style guide that stays consistent across all scenes, and you can customize the style further if you want. Now with that done, let me show you how to generate the actual videos. For this step, we'll use the AI video feature right here, which is a built-in video generator with strong customization capabilities. If you open the models section, you'll find a lot of popular models that you can use, like Sora, Kling, Juan, and many more, but in my case, I will use Gemini Veo since it's optimized for high-quality results. In the settings below, you can adjust the video quality. You'll see 3 options here, and I'll select 1080p for optimal results. Below that, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 since we're creating long-form visuals. At the bottom, you can also adjust the audio and mode settings, which I'll leave as default. Finally, there's a duration setting where you can customize the clip length, and here I'll set it to 6 seconds. Once everything is set, head back to the agent where you created the prompts and copy the prompt for the first scene. Then head back into the AI video feature, paste the prompt into the prompt section right here, and click on the Generate button to start the process. As you can see, the agent immediately starts generating the video. This usually takes around 20 seconds, and once it's done, as easy as that, we've generated the video for our first scene. So now let's finally see how it came out. As you can see, the video came out really good, and it perfectly matches the prompt we used. And in the same way, you can easily generate all of the remaining scenes without any issues. Now with that done, let me show you how you can generate images for your video in case you don't want to use animated visuals. To do that, open the same agent you used before, and enter the exact same prompt you used earlier, but this time simply ask it to generate text-to-image prompts, and then generate them in the exact same way. And once the entire process is finished, as you can see, the agent will provide you with a full list of detailed text-to-image prompts that maintain full consistency from start to finish. So now that the prompts are ready, head back to the main page in Genspark and open the AI image feature, which is the one we'll be using for this step. To start off, open the models section, where you'll find a lot of popular models you can use. And while there are many solid options, I'll use the Nano Banana Pro model since it's the one I like the most. Next, in the settings below, you can adjust the image size, which controls the overall image quality, and in my case, I'll select 2K for optimal results. Then you can also adjust the aspect ratio, and here I'll select 16:9, which is the same ratio we've been using so far. Next, if you open the style section, you'll find multiple styles you can choose from. This part is up to you, but I'll leave it set to auto style to see how well the tool matches the prompt on its own. Now another interesting setting is the camera feature, where you can adjust things like camera type, lens, and framing, and you can customize this as much as you want so you can generate a more professional looking image. So now that everything is set, head back into the agent where you have created the prompts and copy the prompt for the first scene. Then go back into the AI image feature, paste the prompt into the prompt section below, and then click on the generate button to start the generation process. Now, as you can see, the image generation starts instantly, and in my case, the agent automatically selected the Nano Banana Pro model, which is a very solid option. And once the process is finished, we've just created an image for our first scene, and it honestly looks really good. The image is high quality, it includes a lot of detail, it matches the overall vibe of our niche, and it was very easy to create. Now, in the settings above, you can use additional settings to edit the image. For example, you can draw over areas you want to change, remove the background, erase elements, or even expand the image. But one of the most interesting features is that you can even animate the image by clicking on the image to video button right here. This will open the video feature, where you simply select a model, enter a prompt, and just like that, the video will be ready within about a minute. And this makes the process extremely flexible, which is exactly what we are aiming for. So now that you know how to create all of the assets for the video, you can simply generate a voiceover using tools like 11 Labs and edit the final video in CapCut, which is very easy to use. And once your video is ready, let me show you how to use Genspark to give it the best possible chance to perform well, so watch closely. To start off, open the same agent that you have used to create the video script, and then start by telling it to create a maximally optimized video description and a list of optimized video tags specifically made for your script. Now below that, also ask it to create a thumbnail prompt that represents your video script, since the thumbnail is very important. And as always, you can copy the entire prompt that I'm using right here, and you'll be good to go. And once you run this prompt, the agent will provide you with a fully optimized video description written in a natural, human-sounding way. Then it will give you a complete list of optimized video tags that you can use for your video. And at the end, it will provide a full image prompt that you can use to create the thumbnail for your video. So now that everything is ready, let me show you how to create the thumbnail. To do that, first copy the entire thumbnail prompt you just created, then head back to the main page and open the AI Designer, which is an agent specifically built for designing professional assets. Once you're inside, paste the prompt into the prompt section right here, and then click on the generate button to start the process. Now, as you can see, this process is very detailed because the designer is executing multiple tasks using different tools. It automatically searches for assets that match your prompt, then combines the best ones to match the exact style that you are aiming for. And once the process is finished, you'll see that the designer provides you with 2 thumbnail options that match the overall vibe of your video. And honestly, the thumbnails that we have just created look very solid. Now from here, you can easily adjust the details if you want to fine-tune the thumbnail. In my case, I'll ask the agent to change the font of the text because I want to give the thumbnail a slightly different look and feel. Once I've updated the prompt with that request, I'll click on the generate button again, and after a few seconds, as you can see, the agent has provided us with a new, updated version of the thumbnail where the font has been fully changed. And now, you can clearly see that it looks much better and fits the style of the video even more. So now that you know how the entire process works, you can easily create thumbnails for any niche, and you can customize everything with simple prompts, which makes the entire process much more beginner-friendly and efficient. So now that I've shown you the entire video creation process, let me show you how you can turn this knowledge into a structured infotainment product that you can use to grow and scale your business. Now for this step, we'll use the AI Slides feature, which is a fully built-in generator and very easy to use. As you can see, you have 2 different modes available. In my case, I'll use Creative Mode, which runs on the Nano Banana Pro model. On the right side, you'll find the aspect ratio settings where you can customize the slide format. I'll set it to 16:9 since that works best for presentations. Once that's done, head over to the prompt section above and start by telling it to create a 5 to 10 slide infotainment presentation in your niche, which in my case is the motivation and stoic philosophy niche. Below that, I've added additional instruction prompts that explain the full concept. So for the best results, make sure to copy the exact prompt I'm using right here. So now that everything is set, click on the generate button below, which will start the slide creation process. This process can take a few minutes because it's very detailed, but once it's finished, just like that, we've created a full set of slides specifically made for our niche, and honestly, they look very solid. At this point, you can also see the underlying structure used for each slide, along with the reasoning behind them. You'll find the full plan and step-by-step breakdown in the chat section on the left side, where you can review exactly how the slides were generated from start to finish. Now another important feature here is customization. You can click on any slide detail you want to change, and it will automatically appear in the prompt section on the left. From there, you can simply describe what you want adjusted, and the agent will handle the update for you. There's also a built-in fact check feature. You can select any slide, click the fact check button, and the agent will automatically generate a prompt to verify the information. And once you run it, you'll get a clear breakdown confirming whether the content is accurate, which is important if you want to avoid outdated or incorrect information. Now, if you want to improve the slides even further, select the slide you want to refine and click on the AI Edit button. Here, you'll see 3 different modes. In my case, I'll use Enrich Content, since I want to add more depth. I'll leave the settings on Auto, because they usually give strong results. And once you click Generate, the changes will start immediately. And as you can see, the slide now includes more detailed, useful information. Not just random AI filler, but actual, valuable content, which is exactly what we're aiming for. So now that your slides are ready and fully customized, simply click on the Export button above. This will open the export settings where you can finalize everything. Click Export, and just like that, all of your slides will be downloaded and ready to use. Now, before we wrap things up, let me show you a few additional features that can really help you scale your brand, so watch closely. To start off, if you open the Custom Agents section, you'll find a variety of pre-made agents that are specifically trained to handle focused tasks. Now, if you want, you can also create your own custom agent by clicking on this button right here. As you can see, you can train the agent to specialize in whatever task you want, and the setup process is very simple. You can fully configure it based on your own preferences, which makes this feature extremely flexible depending on what you're trying to build. Now, another important feature is the Clip Genius feature, so let me show you how it works. Once you're inside, you can upload any reference video you want. In my case, I've uploaded a full animated story that I previously generated using AI. After that, I'll ask the agent to analyze the video and extract the key points, so I can use them to create a new, original script inspired by the structure. Once you run the prompt, as you can see, the agent breaks down the core story structure, identifies the characters involved, and provides a full visual style outline that you can reuse. On the right side, you also have a built-in visual editor that lets you work directly with the assets, and it's very easy to use, so we don't need to spend too much time on it here. Now, the final and most powerful feature I want to show you is the AI Developer Agent. When you open it, the agent will first ask you to select a starting point. This depends on what you want to build, and in my case, I'll choose the option for a simple website. Once that's selected, head over to the model section below, where you'll see several popular models available. I'll use the Claude model here, since it's very efficient and well optimized for this type of task. Next, in the prompt section, I'll ask the agent to create a website focused on motivation and Stoic philosophy, with the design and visuals aligned to that theme. Once everything is set, I'll click the Generate button to start the process. And after the generation is complete, as you can see, the agent has created a full website tailored to the philosophy niche, including relevant Stoic and motivational content. On the left side, you can also see a step-by-step breakdown of how the website was built, which is useful if you want to tweak or customize specific elements. Speaking of customization, you can further refine the entire website using more advanced editing tools if you want. In my case, the website already looks solid, so I won't make any changes. Finally, if you click on this button right here, you can preview the full website in a separate tab. And as you can see, the final result looks very clean and professional. It's honestly impressive considering the entire website was created in just a few minutes. So now that we've covered the most important features, I want to quickly mention why Genspark is a very solid choice. Over the past 9 months, Genspark has seen strong growth and rising popularity, which shows that it's not just another random AI tool, but a platform that's actively being adopted and improved. Another good thing about Genspark is that the pricing is very affordable. As you can see, you can start completely free with 100 credits per day, which is perfect if you just want to test things out and get familiar with the platform. And if you want to take things further, you can use the Plus and Pro plans, which give you access to unlimited chat usage with multiple popular models. And as you can see, the plans include a wide selection of well-known models. On top of that, they offer unlimited credits for some of the most popular image generation models available right now, which is a big advantage. And you also get access to a solid variety of video generation models, which is really important if you're building content consistently. There's also an annual plan available, which comes with a significant discount. As you can see, it includes the same features as the monthly plans, just at a lower overall cost if you plan to use the platform long term. At the end of the day, which plan you choose is completely up to you, and it really depends on how often you plan to use the tool and what you're trying to create. So now that you've seen how to use Genspark to build a faceless channel that's actually set up to perform well, what happens next is completely in your hands. Personally, I really like this tool because it simplifies the entire process and makes everything much easier to manage. And if this video helped you learn something useful, make sure to hit the like button and leave a comment below. And as always, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMM are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.